bye week, open date. What was it like to maybe kind of get your legs back under you and prepare for the second half of the season?
During the bye week, Thursday and Friday, we had real good practices. We actually got after it. And, after that, we was able to get home and get off our feet for a little bit. Good to see family and things that I hadn't seen in a while. And just ready to get back to work like we did today.
And what was it like coming back this week after having a little time off? How have practice been early part of this week?
Usually when we leave, everybody's anxious to get back. So today I think we had a pretty good practice, a lot of high energy.
Obviously, each week in SEC can be up or down because the competition's so good. But how much confidence do you gain off a win at Texas A&M?
As a team, we collectively went in there hoping that we would win, which you should do to every game. And just building off that game and watching A&M and Bama last weekend and stuff like that, we obviously can have a good opportunity this week.
What can you glean from that Texas A&M game?
Both teams are obviously real good. You never out-question Bama. You never can go against A&M. That was a real good game, hard-fought game, and we look forward to the challenge.
When you prepare for a game like Alabama, what's the kind of mentality going into that? How do you try to not look at the helmet sticker, I guess, and just?
Most of the time, as you may know, you look at and approach every game the same. It's Alabama. They're a real good team. We're going to prepare just as hard as we would each week.
Against A&M late, obviously the defense stepped up big time on that last series. And you guys have done that pretty much all year in the second half and stepped up and made plays when the offense needed the ball back. Where is that? You think that's coming from experience sometimes or just being in that situation so many times with the veterans you guys have?
Yeah, I say experience and our coaches putting us in the best position possible.
The Alabama running game has been pretty successful for them. What have you seen on film that kind of stands out about them as a running team?
They get straight downhill, break a lot of tackles. Their 1 through 4 running back can obviously play. Everybody on the team can really play 3, 4 deep, so you got to prepare.
Seems like the defense has made progress every single week, and the Texas A&M really played well that night. Just what are your thoughts on the progress the defense has made each week?
We always come into each practice, each game, trying to improve on things from the last week. And as this week comes up, we should expand on that too.
What are some of the things you try to improve from that A&M game?
Just everything, maintaining the physicality, being more attentive to the details and things of that sort.
You guys have had more penalty yards than your opponent in every game so far. How much can that hurt on defense, especially trying to get off the field?
It can. You got to be more disciplined when it comes to third down situations and short down situations and stuff like that. That's something we can clean up.
What else do you have to do to kind of limit those penalties?
Just be more aware, know what's going on, get the calls from your coach faster, things of that sort.
Aaron, entering this season, there was a lot of talk about yourself and Martin Emerson and Jaden Crumedy and Junior, but seems like, I know he was steady late last year, but Cameron Young's had a heck of a year so far. Is that something that surprised you, or did you see it coming this offseason?
Anybody can tell you that Cam Young probably works harder than anybody. He doesn't say much, so when he's like outside of football and stuff, you may forget about him. But once you see him use his hands and stuff at practice and in the games, it's obvious that he's pretty dominant.
How much has that helped y'all's job get easier? Because obviously him and Crumedy taking on the double team, so you get to see what he's doing every play and the work he's putting in.
Yeah, we credit the D-line for just about everything right now. They get off blocks, they hold up blocks, they get after the quarterback and everything, so it really just helps the whole defense.
You mentioned in fall camp that Jett Johnson may be the most improved linebacker on the team, and he's made you look pretty smart so far. So what are you seeing from Jett that's allowed him to be so productive?
Just no hesitation from him. He just took everything head on. He's playing Mike and Will, so obviously that was a task on his hand, but he just came in, built his confidence. Everybody's rooting for him and with him, and he's been showing that he can play, obviously.
What have you thought of Bookie Watson's performance so far this year?
Steady guy. He's going to always be there to show up to play. Another guy that can play any position in the linebacker core and just keep on building.
What stands out to you when you watch film of Bryce Young? What are the keys against him and holding that offense down?
He could throw the ball real well. He doesn't like to run the ball too much, but he obviously can run. He's a smaller guy, but we just plan on getting after him.
I know last year's game against Alabama was a tough one for you guys. How do you rebound from that and when you play them again?
Just find the things that we may have did wrong, or things we can improve on, and just work on that throughout the week.
We talked a lot about things clicking and just being about 2 plays away from wins in this team's losses. Where do you think this team is right now? Do you feel like you kind of turned the corner in a way against Texas A&M?
Yeah, I believe that we have turned the corner. Every time we come out to practice, we think like what you just said as far as building on games and things of that sort, and just improving every week. And I think at this point we are going steady.
Last year's game against Alabama, obviously the score wasn't close, but when you look at the guys you were matching up against, a lot of NFL guys, guys that are now in the NFL on that other side, How much do you kind of look back on games like that where you guys didn't come away with the win, but you were able to play some good guys and maybe learn from that?
Yeah, those guys are real good. We approach every game the same. We're not necessarily looking at who is what and this, that, and the other. But like I said, we just playing each game and just attacking it each week.
You got a big challenge this week with that Alabama passing game. What have you kind of seen this week from them that maybe stands out about them?
Alabama?
Yeah.
The route running and just their relationship with the quarterback, how they on point.
What stands out to you about Bryce Young? What he's able to do?
Bryce Young, he's get the ball out quick, very smart, very athletic.
I asked Aaron the same thing, but it seems like this defense has been able to come up with a big stop in the second half to get the offense back the ball or to put away a game. Where do you think that comes from? Is it just being in that situation before or having experienced defense?
Yeah, having an experienced defense definitely helped us then, and we knew it was like kind of happening, and we knew like that we had to step up and get off the field.
John Mechie is a guy that's taken a big step for them. He's like a number 3 receiver last year. Now he's their number 1. It seems like he's always open. Have you had a chance to watch him, and what do you think about his ability?
He's a good receiver. He's was at 2 last year, so I ain't faced him that much, but he's a good receiver.
You obviously have a knack for interceptions. How important are those turnovers, forcing them on defense against a team like that?
It's a big momentum thing, so turnovers help the offense and help us get off the field.
How much confidence can you guys pull from beating a team like Texas A&M?
It'll be a big confidence booster, just knowing that we got the ability to compete with anybody in the best teams.
It seems like some teams have tried to test you on the fade, and either you've broken it up or picked it off. How personal do you take a challenge like that when you're paired up with a big receiver and they try to take you deep?
Just play my game. I want to play my best.
Did you get any downtime last week?
Yeah, hang out with the family a little bit.
What was the attitude like when all you guys got back at practice Thursday?
Locked in, ready to go.
How much can a bye week help when you're playing a big game like this?
It can help a lot, actually. It can help us get our body right, get our legs back under us. It helps a lot.
What's the mentality that you need before a game like Alabama? Did you try to like tune out, I guess, that it's Alabama? Or?
Same thing, honestly, just be locked in and know what we got to do.
What were you thinking when you were carted off the field against LSU? Like, did you think you'd be able to get back for the next game? And obviously you did.
Yeah.
You're part of a sophomore class that a lot of you guys got thrown to the fire last year, and you see a game like Texas A&M where wheels clicking and a lot of sophomores on the field are clicking. I know Makai Pokes wasn't in y'all's class, but what do you think brought all that together against Texas A&M? I mean, we could see it building in spots, but what do you think it was about that particular game?
Just our relationship with one another, you know, like we've been with each other for a while and known each other for a while, so it just helped build up. You know.
What was that week like after the play against LSU, and how quickly did you know you were going to be back for that A&M game?
I don't know. Next question. I'm sorry.
So speaking of classmates, Will Rogers, you've watched him develop over the last couple of years. As a guy that defends him every day in practice, where do you feel like he's made the biggest gains?
Is it Malik?
Will Rogers.
Oh, Will? Yeah, he's don't eyes receivers as much, you know. He's know where to put it now. He got a better relationship with his receivers, so that helps a lot. He just grown.
He's only thrown 2 interceptions this year. Is that kind of helpful to not, I don't know, give the defense so much time on the field?
Yeah, it's a big confidence booster for him, so yeah.
Charles, a lot of people talking about you these days, and you're grading out pretty well. How do you feel like that you have played so far this year?
I feel like I played pretty well. It's always things I can work on to improve my game. So this is all I really just been focusing on.
What are some of those things that you are trying to get better at?
Just being consistent. Consistency is a big part, and I feel like if I be consistent, everything else will be pretty good.
Outside of Scott Lashley, it's pretty much the same group as last year, although some guys are playing different positions. In your mind, what's the difference between the O-line this year and last year?
I would say the difference really just us playing together, playing as one, being a unit and playing as a unit.
How did you build that chemistry, playing as a unit? What kind of went into that?
Just the time we spent like in the summertime, from the spring to the summer to fall camp, just like being around them, having the chemistry, just becoming brothers.
You had a veteran next to you last year at left guard. This year you got Cam Jones. Had some snaps at tackle. Now he's a guard. How long did it take you to kind of develop some chemistry with a guy like him?
I would say me and Cam, this like my brother. So like, as soon as we started playing, like we got the chemistry together pretty quick.
Play the chemistry they have off the field too with him. You guys kind of do
I would say we play the game like we always talk, like we just like my brothers.
Last time out, you faced an All-American type of defensive end. You get another one this week. What's that like each week in the SEC as left tackle, knowing you're fixing to get somebody that's going to be playing at the next level? How much preparation goes in with that, watching film?
It's always exciting to play against a great competitor because I like to compete, and I feel like that's not going to do it but make me better and help raise the bar when we play against each other.
What do you think? I mean, we've seen flashes of this team's the offense in the first few games, and then it seemed like it all clicked against Texas A&M. What do you think led up to that? Why do you think that was the game where everything clicked?
Just practicing fast, being consistent at practice. This basically the two main things I think it was.
Coach Leach had a lot of good things to say about Scott Lashley in the press conference the other day. Just what have you seen from him and how much he's progressed?
I feel like Scott doing a great job, man. Each week he's getting better and better.
Having him come back for this year, how big was that to have a guy like Scott back?
It's huge because he has experience and he's also an older guy that can lead also.
Is he motivated, do you think, to play Alabama, being from there and, having?
I think so. I think he got a chip on his shoulder.
Quincy Sharp's a guy that didn't play a whole lot last year, and Mason Miller said he probably should have. Now he's kind of like the captain of your group. How has he been as far as a leader at center for you guys?
He's been doing a great job leading and just leading by example and doing the thing he needs to do to put us in position to be successful.
Kind of going down the line here, but Dollar Bill had a somewhat rough start to the year with some penalties, but he's played good ball the last two games. What have you seen him get better at?
I just seen Bill has been doing a good job with just being consistent, trying to be consistent and getting better each week. That's all we can do.
We're going to face some big fronts, obviously, in this league, and you had LSU, then A&M, then Alabama. You rarely ever get a week off, but how does that bring out the best in you as a player, knowing that you got to go out there and bring your best effort every night?
You talking about the bye week, like just how?
Just playing in the SEC. How does that prepare you for the next level?
I'm gonna say the SEC is always a tough schedule. You're going against great competitors each week, and you have to bring your A game each week. And this is just like the league, because everybody great.
I know Will's been taking you guys to Moe's, the offensive lineman. What's that mean when your quarterback's treating you guys like that?
It's always great when Will take us out to eat. It's just a chance for us to bond and just talk and just build a better chemistry.
What's your order?
I get the double shrimp, the double fish with the baked beans and mac and cheese.
With an older guy like Scott Lashley, he's a father, he's got a little kid. How hard is it, do you think, to play SEC football and have a son and everything?
I feel like it's real hard, but he's doing a great job balancing both, and I feel like he's doing great.
Have you seen him around his kid and interacting with him?
I haven't, but I see him. He always talking about him.
Yeah. What's he saying?
He love his kid. Like he love being around him, spending time with him, just getting him time bonding with him.
Now, a lot of people have looked at the offensive line progression, and they wonder if something has changed. Well, the splits may have changed, or something else may have changed. You've been in the system now for 2 years. Has anything really changed, or is it you guys just simply getting better?
I feel like we're getting better, because really nothing hasn't changed.
Can you kind of talk about your progress, kind of getting better as a unit, kind of getting used to playing with these four guys?
I would say it's been a great experience playing with them and just building the chemistry and the bond with them. Just like I said before, becoming brothers with them and playing as one.
Do you feel like there's a general sense of this team's turned the corner after a statement win over Texas A&M?
I feel like each week we have to go into each game and prepare like it's our last game. And if we do that each week, we preparing to go 1-0.
In every game so far, you guys have had more penalty yards than the opponent. Some of those have been on the offensive line. How damaging can those be when it comes to stalling drives?
It is crucial, but it's football. Everyone makes mistakes. You just have to flush it and play the next play.
Is there anything you can do to cut down on the penalties as a team?
Just be more consistent, technique-wise, and that's probably the best answer.